Sorry, we're late. It's my fault. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to welcome back. We had to take last week off. Sorry about that. We're back, and we're also late and gay. That's my fault too. So it's good to be here.
Hey, glad to be here. Yeah, something was missing last week, so
Yes, yes, it was. So anyway, that being said, it's good to be back. We're going to be reviewing episode number 7, Friends in High Places. Now, please forgive me. I have been sick. I sound sick, and I probably don't sound that appealing on camera, and I look like crap. I'll tell you that much. So, don't mind me, but say hi to Clifton.
hey. Yeah, I wanted to say that, I mean, what's new, but yeah, really looking forward to it. This episode was very interesting, and going through it, I felt like reading a spy novel or something like that. So it's cool.
Yeah, this one's cool. Anna will be here. She's just running late. She had a previous thing she had to do. Um, but she will be here. There was also a little bit of a goof on the time. Again, daylight savings time is kicked in for most of us. Again, I'm also sick, so I don't trust anything my brain says. If you saw Friday Night's Royal Rumble, I had a fever for like 2/3 of that, and I was forgetting everything. I was like, "What's the name of that thing?" And you're like, "You mean this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that." And it was like something so simple. But that being said,
Yeah.
appreciate everybody for watching on all platform. Uh, Kathleen says, "Hello, Cliff, Anna, and everyone." It says, "Nice music." Yes, very nice music. It's incredible music. So I got the episode pulled up now. And away we go.
Previously on Hunting Hitler.
Whoa. Who builds a fortified compound in the middle of the jungle?
The evidence for a Hitler landing in Argentina is very strong.
Bariloche is the Berlin of Argentina.
This place is isolated, it's remote, there's no access. It was protected from the rest of the world.
This house is flashing red.
There's another structure back.
Now, since it has been 2 weeks, I am going to actually replay the recap just so everybody kind of gets caught up again. Again, sorry about having to take a break last week. I felt bad about doing it, but it had to be done. So
Back here.
That looks to me to be a vent. There has to be some hidden bunker there.
It looks like rubble down there.
looks like StreamYards is running well. It doesn't have all my analytics running like it usually does for viewers. Thanks, StreamYards. What you doing? StreamYards is so hit or miss. I'll tell you what. All right. In LA. And then it stops.
The only thing a vent like that is for a bunker. And why would you destroy a bunker on a piece of property unless you had something very important to hide?
CIA veteran Bob Bear.
Bro, now you just lying. You just lying. I know I don't look magnificent. I sound worse.
Hey,
It says, "Hi, Cliff." Squatch. You're a funny guy. It's a funny guy. All right.
And war crimes investigator Dr. John Sensich reviewed the findings from Bariloche, Argentina, where declassified files cite Adolf Hitler living in an isolated compound known as the Analco House, around 2.
And what's really interesting about this house is that it's the glow I love.
2.5 months after he was reported dead.
So what was kind of significant about this house, right, is that there was another structure behind it that seems to have been demolished
Yeah.
and almost kind of collapsed in on itself. Because if you look, they found that exhaust, that vent, and they stuck a camera down. And it looks like it's like an underground bunker had been collapsed. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, why aren't you playing? It's like frozen. I have to just refresh it. The internet's going to internet. That's all I'm going to say about that. Sometimes you try a different codec and it works better. There it goes. Maybe. He doesn't like me today.
German-owned estate, a Nazi, collapsed bunker. This house has got red flags all over it.
I agree. One could say.
Also, shout out to everybody who's watching on all platforms. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Yeah, no, seriously. Again, I understand why you guys watch for Cliff and Anna, but I don't know. I still, to this day, it's not a joke either, because like I listen to my own voice and I hate it, and then other people are like, "Oh, I like the sound." I'm like, no, just no. Well, not right now.
It's the same for everyone.
Yeah, I think so.
If I go listen to a video that I made, no.
I don't ever listen to my own videos. I just post it, and if there's a mistake, I'll retract it later. Or if I goof something up, I'll just laugh about it and keep going.
Bunker has been demolished, that's frustrating. But I find it very invigorating, because when somebody
What's up, Andy Pickle?
Trying to erase something, it means that I'm onto something.
With the evidence pointing to the Analco House as a potential hideout for Hitler, Bob pushes forward with the investigation.
Hitler, if he in fact got to Bariloche, was going to say, all right, it's time to move out, to move somewhere else. He's a fugitive. You don't want to stay in the same place. No matter how secure the house is, he's got to move out.
Where does he go? I think we need to take a look at the other location that he's been placed in northern Argentina.
Earlier in the investigation, the team uncovered an FBI document that led to a mysterious Nazi compound deep in the jungles of Misiones, which they believe could have been a safe house for Hitler.
So on the outside, it's it's okay. I stalk. I mean, watch your videos. If you want to stalk, you go nuts, dude. I've told anybody whoever has ever joked about stalking me, I'm like, you're not in for a very entertaining time. I'll tell you that much right now. So what's interesting about this house is that from the outside it looks rough, right? But when you go on the inside of it, there was, like, for the time, say post 1945, there were some modern amenities. There was nice tiling and in a bathtub, and there, modern plumbing, is close to modern plumbing as you could get.
Yep.
Running water. It was something that was very significant. But then again, I mean, this is probably a location he may have only utilized for a few months. Maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 tops, and then you'd be moved to a new location, because again, you're a sitting duck if you stay somewhere too long. What is up, Wade? He says, "Hi, Clifton." Squatch says, it's okay. I'm Sasquatch. I'm used to lurking in quiet places like your bedroom. Hey, Wade.
I mean, if you think about it, for 47, that is actually quite luxurious. I remember growing up, my uncle, he had a dirt floor for a while.
Why did my mouse die?
Yeah.
It didn't. I just had to reset it. That's weird. I don't know why I'm whispering. I should stop. It's probably really creepy. Yeah, it's creepy.
It's a secure location, self-sustained. It's in the middle of nowhere with a lot of Nazi paraphernalia.
How do we get Hitler?
That's true, Wade. She is.
From Bariloche to Misiones. It's 700 miles across rural Argentina.
It's a long way. He's going to need help. He's going to need money. He's going to need provisions.
He would want to recontact with supporters. As a fugitive, it's really hard to disappear for long periods of time. You need people.
I mean, he is now. He'd be like,
Yeah.
how he would be 120 if he's still alive, right? Because he was late 40s, early 50s in a World War II, late 40s. Oh, jet,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be the Air Force landing at our airport. They use it as a refueling station.
No.
That's our claim to fame. Is that our claim to fame is that Obama came here once.
Ooh.
uh,
I bet that was exciting, huh?
no, not really. Nobody cared. Nobody cared.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Our little city is just didn't care. It was crazy though. They were like they shut down like the desert and all that stuff. You couldn't like go riding out there, your dirt bikes or anything. If you didn't leave, like their Black Hawk helicopters flying over. Crap was crazy. Good times.
People, you cannot do this alone. So he's going to have to depend on local Germans, people who have the money and the local power to build a tried and true support network. Let's go back and look at the databases, the link analysis, find out where his potential support was in Argentina.
The team uses military software to perform a link analysis. It scans hundreds of pages of FBI documents and highlights persons of interest based on their frequency of association and connections to Adolf Hitler.
Now, there's Lausen, but that's nothing new.
Yeah, we've already got through him, Lausen.
And then there's Carl Buck.
Who are the Eichhorns? We've got some paper on that, don't we?
That name actually sounds familiar.
Bob and John look through the numerous Eichhorn files identified by the software.
If I disappear, it's because I'm blowing my nose or having a coughing fit, just for the record. So don't mind me. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. That's what Germans do. You didn't know that?
They love the sausage over there. And no, that's not a euphemism. I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I do like a good brat. I gotta be honest. I really do. I'm not a big fan of sauerkraut, though. I never got into sauerkraut. I couldn't do it.
Hmm.
Because
Put
it's just,
some bacon in there, some apple sticks,
yeah, see, I mean, the sausage, squash the sauerkraut. I mean, I've tried, maybe I just had bad sauerkraut the one time I tried it.
I don't know.
So,
You gotta put some Maggi on it,
well, it's probably one of those things you should really go to the country that's kind of famous for it instead of getting the Americanized version. I'm just gonna say that because as Americans, like we like to dabble in everything, but a lot of times we screw it up.
Yeah. Have you tried your cheesecake? It's not the same.
I like cheesecake. It's what I had for
It's
my birthday.
it's way too freaking sweet, dude.
Well, I only have like one piece, and it's for my birthday.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I can see that.
Clifton's
But
being a jerk.
it's still not like the German cheesecake. It's like, come on, dude. What are you doing?
Did you guys actually invent cheesecake? I'm actually asking that. I'm being
I don't
serious.
know. I have no idea, but I do like the cheesecake here in Germany a lot better. It's not as sweet. It's more eggy, I guess. I don't know.
Squatch says, nope, sauerkraut is an acquired error of taste. Well, I'll admit, when I was younger, I didn't like the taste of tomatoes. Now I'll eat a tomato raw. That's no joke. It's like my taste buds shifted.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
I
it's
didn't like onions as a kid. Now
I'll take a piece of raw onion and pop it in my mouth. It's spicy. You know what I'm saying? I'll put it on hot dogs.
Mm,
Boosie's
I
talking
like
about
to.
hot dogs. Uh, that'd be cannibalism. Probably not.
It's a long hot dog?
Do you like malt vinegar? No, I don't like vinegar. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's the vinegar. I don't like vinegar.
Yeah, you gotta put Maggi on it. You know what Maggi is, right?
No, what is that?
It's
See, look, this is kind of a history lesson right here. We're talking about world food.
it's it's the brown bottle. Like you can get it in the States, I'm pretty sure.
Probably, yeah.
It says Maggi on it. It's just like a mixture of different seasonings in a liquid.
Hmm.
Probably actually really bad for you, but it tastes great. and you
I'll give it a shot.
put that on the sauerkraut. Yeah.
I give it a shot. I mean, I put hot sauce on everything. I love me some hot sauce. All different kinds of hot sauces. I came this close to buying a really hot sauce like just yesterday, and I was like, no, don't do it. It
And
makes for the next day at work rough.
mm,
Get the
I
spicy
see.
booty hole.
Mm.
Sorry, History Channel. Sorry, my History Channel. Too much information. We'll get back to the
And
show. Well, after
Boosh, no, Boosh. I would not.
at least you stopped jerking him around.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, with the coleslaw, sir. Whoa.
It's two different things. Coleslaw is a salad. Sauerkraut is warm.
I love me some coleslaw. I will
Yeah.
eat coleslaw like it's going out of style.
Oh, me too.
And coleslaw is bad for you too.
I mean,
Actually, really bad. It's
thinking back, if I would go to KFC, coleslaw was the
coleslaw and mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Definitely.
So
Two different
all right.
meals.
Wait till I hit them both. It's all good in the hood, man. Everybody's got acquired taste.
What we
right?
have here is an FBI memorandum. It talks about a certain Mrs. Eichhorn, proprietress of the largest spa hotel in La Falda, Argentina.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Acid and sugar promotes. It does promote rapid cancer growth. It really does. So yeah, you need to. I mean, I don't think I need more vinegar in my life. I don't really eat a lot of sugar. I don't really like sweet things. I'm weird, dude. I don't eat a lot. I don't really eat cookies. I don't go to like my indulgence is like pizza or something like that, or
Which
I
pizza is kind of full on sugar.
oh, it's full of sugar, absolutely. If you get it from like the store and stuff, but no,
Yeah.
like as for like cookies and candy, no, it's not my thing.
Nah, not either. I can't even have. I'm not allowed to have sugar. So
Yeah, you don't need it. It's not good for you.
yeah, no, I don't.
Bad for the soul, bro. Bad for the soul.
Yep.
Argentina.
Bad for the
And it goes
gut.
on to say, even before the Nazis came into power, she placed immediately by cable her entire bank account.
She had some serious money.
A lot of money. And most importantly, if the Fuhrer should
I love
at
it.
any time get into
Hey.
difficulties, he could always find a safe retreat at
Me
La
too.
Falda. With
It's on too long. It was on too long. I'm gonna give it a second. I got such again. Love it. I feel you. I'm sick too. I got sick brain, so like the mistakes are. I'm just gonna give it a. Okay, we're still up. Yeah, no. Acid is a low pH. Bases like vinegar are high pH. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that. They used to teach that kind of stuff in school. Also, thank you everybody who's watching on all platforms. And seriously, Andy, thank you for watching on the Rumble. Nobody's watching on Twitch. I don't care. Twitch sucks. No. I had a if you caught the replay of Friday night's Royal Rumble, I had a fever. And I looked like it. I felt delirious. You know how you get a fever and your brain is so garbled, you feel like you're almost kind of high or drunk.
Yep. Coof
Yeah,
brain.
coof brain. It's probably what it was the coof again, because I had a fever and chill, bone aches, muscle aches, fever split, and then now it's just like a head cold, which is weird. Unless it's a weird form of the flu. Did you know there's also an influenza B that's going around?
A bee?
Yeah, something like my sister got it like a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah, because like there's an A version and B or something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
uh
It's all just a freaking cold.
and that won't watch a show about mustache man. No. Well, it's too historically,
where they had already
it brings in facts and speculation. They don't like facts.
made the necessary preparations.
Speculation they're all
This
about.
fits the pattern. We're talking about somebody with money, a place where he can
Shut up,
stay,
dude.
and known associate. She was a Nazi.
The Hotel Eden is in La Falda. It's right outside of Cordoba, and it's right dead center in the middle between Bariloche and Misiones.
This is exactly what he would need.
Actually,
Let's
do
get the
wanna
team
highlight
in.
In
that.
La
It's like kind of
Falda.
shit.
It's right outside of Cordoba, and it's right dead center in the middle between Bariloche and Misiones.
This is exactly what he would need. Let's get the team into Cordoba.
La Falda, Cordova province. It doesn't make for a good announcer voice, though. This summer, are you ready? Arnold Schwarzenegger is. Still one of my favorite skits. Pablo Francisco, he did a Little Tortilla Boy. If you've ever seen that, just Google Pablo Francisco, Little Tortilla Boy.
Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Beef is what's for dinner. Actually, I kind of like it.
This is kind of creepy.
So this is a defunct hotel.
Tim Kennedy, ex-US Army Special Forces. Gerard Williams, investigative journalist. And Green Beret J.P. Cervantes arrive at the now defunct Hotel Eden.
Bienvenido al Hotel Eden.
Oh, it's really pretty.
The
Really
team
pretty for
meets
the
up
time.
with Ariel
Oh yeah,
and Sony.
imagine if that was restored to how it was.
Yeah. And you could actually do it there for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
Like seriously, you could probably restore that thing for probably $300,000, which would be somewhere equivalent to, I don't know, dumping a couple million.
Yeah. No, it's one of those places where you think, if everything goes to shit, I could just go there. I'd live like a king.
Yeah, I was thinking Iceland because it's an island. Yeah, I'm very pro at this point in my life as I get older of finding property out in the middle of nowhere that's hard to
Yeah.
get to unless you have a four-wheel drive and just having a family and moving on and just doing the YouTube thing and
Yeah,
because
exactly.
eventually I want Legion Games to actually to be kind of like an actual legitimate media thing, right? Not like mainstream media. It sucks. Rest in whatever Kotaku. Eat dick.
Exactly.
So yeah, no, I've had a little bit of internet issues over the last week. Sorry, guy. Getting it all out. If I'm a little hot too, just let me know on the mic.
A local
So,
expert on
sounds
the
good.
hotel's history to investigate whether the hotel could have housed Adolf Hitler during his journey through central Argentina.
What sort of people came here when the hotel was at its height?
Y acá las personalidades que han venido acá apuntaban a las grandes familias de la oligarquía argentina.
A lot of nobles came here. You got dukes that came here. You got presidents that came here. Albert Einstein came here.
Yeah.
Just the best of the best stay here.
That's the jewel in the crown of Argentine hotel.
There would have had to been security measures, ways to keep those people safe. Are you aware of anything planned into the hotel to protect those important people?
The way that everybody always said that they protected people here, it was using tunnels.
Do you know where any of those tunnels could be here?
Tenemos una idea de que se ha hablado de los túneles.
They have an idea because people have always talked about the tunnels. The thing is that he cannot tell you exactly right here there's one. He knows they're around, but it's something that he can say for certain it's right here.
Get the GPR.
Yep.
Get the lawnmower.
But to be honest, I don't know how special this is from a German hotel. Because I worked for a hotel restaurant. It belonged to royalty, and there was a tunnel from the hotel to their house just because they didn't want to be seen walking around where all the plebes were. They just wanted to go back and forth.
Sure, I just was looking at Anna's message about she just said I'm so confused and talking about the time. And she said that you said something about the fact that like you guys haven't changed your clocks. And she's just as confused as I am now. I actually have a proposition for the world. Let's do away with daylight savings time. Let's keep it 100% where it is right now, right?
Mhm.
It's It's light when you get it. It's still a little dark when you get up, and it's light when you come home from work. And the kids can play longer outside because you know what? That's very important. Kids playing outside. Like how Wade is laughing. I'm like, what are you laughing? Uh,
Yeah.
Andy says, worked this summer in Cordova, Alaska as a kid. It's pretty remote. Yeah, I'll bet, dude. Yeah, there's places in Colorado that are super remote, like Alaska. Again, like places in the Ozarks, or I didn't say anything about this, but there's a certain mesa near where I live that is very, very remote. Um, in the winter, there are even actually four-wheel drives that have a hard time getting up some people's driveways.
Yeah.
Um, like FedEx, UPS, and stuff. Yeah, UPS. They have specific trucks for those areas that actually have four-wheel drive to try to get up people's driveways. It's not a joke.
Nice. Yep.
They have like 70 whole packages and maybe like 30 stops in a day, 30 houses they have to
Yeah.
go to, but like half of them are you're like, all right, four-wheel drive.
Yeah. Let's get up there somehow. Yep.
Yeah, no, I love it. Anyway, so Anna again, she will be here. She had a thing. She said she should be here in about 10 minutes ish. So we're only like 6 minutes into this. I need to shut the hell up. Shut up, Ryan. You said you weren't going to talk.
To dig deeper. JP and I are going to execute the evaluation of Hotel Eden to see if it's suitable to hide a high-value target. JP goes low, trying to find some tunnels, some safe
Yes.
rooms. I'm going high. I'm thinking about security measures.
Well, that up there, I think, is the highest peak in the area. This is up there. We're between them both. Having those elevated positions behind you is not ideal.
No,
I could
it's
sit
not.
up on top of there with my 338 Lapua. I could shut this hotel down. Nobody could come out this side. Nobody could come up that side. Nobody could walk around that corner. I'd own 3 corners.
Now, I will say this. A 338 Lapua is basically a round fired out of a sniper rifle. It's a ranged weapon. Quite frankly, think I can't remember what rifle actually holds the record for like 2 mile assassination. It's like
Mhm.
over 2 miles, like wind depth and stuff. Wind direction and all that kind of stuff, and curvature of the earth. You actually have to take into account.
Yeah.
So obviously that mountain range is not 2 miles away. It's probably like maybe 3/4 of a mile. Be an easier shot. But Tim is very correct that this is the backside of the hotel being very out in the open is not the greatest.
No. Even with the weapons that they had back then. It's-
Oh yeah, you could still probably take somebody out. It probably somewhere in the neighborhood of a probably mile and a quarter, somewhere over in that. I mean, because snipers back in the day, with line of sight, and a scope, were still very, very accurate.
Yep.
It wasn't like having a spotter, for high profile assassinations.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could still probably it wouldn't be the best idea. Let's just say that.
Of this hotel. That's easy pickings for a good shooter.
Now, if you stay there for like a day or two and move on, that's ideal, right? Because it's like, oh, all of a sudden, say the FBI or whatever intelligence agency gets wind, they start sending people there. At the time, it's going to take a couple of days to get there, even by an airplane. You're probably looking at a day and a half, you
Yeah.
know, um, and then to get set up and ready and kind of like situated on the hill. So it's yeah.
This is the most luxurious hotel in Argentina at that period. Built 1897 and then bought by the
how the
Alphons in
dogs are in it.
1912. That was the year the Titanic went down, but they decided that this would become
Okay, that's actually something significant. It was built the year the Titanic went down.
Yep.
So this is a legacy hotel. It was very prominent through the 1940s. So it's something that that very wealthy people, very prominent people always visited.
Oh yeah.
And so it's something that would be, and then of course we find out some other information later.
Come as luxurious as that great liner was.
Speaking of, hi Anna.
Hey Anna. You are silent.
Your mic's not working. I promise I didn't mute you. The last time her microphone didn't work, she's like, "Did you mute me?" And I'm like, "No, I promise I didn't."
I was pretty sure she blamed me for it, even though I don't have any rights on this channel.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Yeah. She's still here. She can still hear us. Kathleen says, "Hey Anna."
Yep.
So we'll give her a second and we'll move on with the episode.
I'm here.
Hi Anna.
Hi, howdy. Sorry for being late. I just need to take my boots off, so I'll be right back.
No, you're good. You had a thing you had to do. It's all good in the hood.
Yep.
Yeah. So she had an important event to go to. And then there was some confusion about the time. Again, daylight savings time screws everything up. Thank you for that. We don't have Benjamin Franklin.
The icons themselves didn't live on site. They lived in a house over there, which obviously isn't very far, but that's where they lived when they were in La Falda. The icons weren't your regular run-of-the-mill Nazis. Something like 3 million Reichsmarks comes out of this place and goes to Nazi Germany. During the 30s, this is the meeting place in Cordoba for the Nazis.
This is by far the nicest room I've found in the hotel.
What up, CLS? He says morning. Where the heck are you
Hey,
that
man.
it's morning? Oh, if he lives in my part of the world, yeah, he could still be morning. Because we haven't passed noon yet. We have 6 minutes. Also, sir, you behave. Or I'll take my shoes off.
Please, dear God, don't do that.
He'll actually probably comment back, be like, "Oh, do it, do it, do it." I'm joking. I don't have shoes. It's still morning, so I'm being. It's nearly 2 a.m. Where the hell are you? Are you in
It's like-
Japan?
I wanted to say, is it like Japan or Australia or something like
In
that?
Japan. Maybe Australia, yeah. As I said, he says please. He says PM. Okay. Okay. He's on the eastern seaboard there. Where I used to live. Shout out to all my eastern people.
Presidential suite is really the only room suitable to put a guy with the clout like Hitler.
Yeah.
It's a super vulnerable room. Even though we're on the top floor, it's essentially as if we have ground access because anybody can crawl from the ground up onto this building and walk along this roof right into this door right here. The entire hillside can see me right here.
Well, I mean, and I don't disagree with him. You could put guards obviously on the roof. Or at the access points, on the ground to get to the roof. I do agree that at the same time, this would be fine for. So hey, love it, Central Standard Time. Yeah, so you're an hour ahead of me. I'm Mountain Standard. Bigfoot has a fetish. Who knew? Yeah. No, Anna's getting comfortable. She had a formal event to go to.
Hi, CLS. I'm here.
So, well, it's nice to have you here. Somebody said something earlier. Oh yeah, Kathleen said, "Hey." So,
Hi, Kathy. Hello, nice to see you. Nice to see everyone, especially you, gents.
Yeah.
What did I miss? I have not. Did I watch this? Oh yeah, I did. Sorry.
no, it's okay. I was just saying that yes, this window is a massive problem for somebody on the hillside, but I don't think this would be a long-term stay. I think it would be a quick, probably 2 days of rest and then hit the road again, in my opinion.
Yeah. That could be possible.
No, I couldn't afford her. I wish I was on her payroll. Apparently for Christmas, she gave all the truckers that haul her stuff around. She gave them like $100,000 bonus. All of them. I'm like, I'll drive a truck. Like,
Yeah.
but anyway, back to the
It has a
episode.
lot of problems.
Yes, it has a lot of problems. I do agree with Tim on
Underground,
that one.
JP investigates the hotel's wine cellar.
It's interesting. See how the bricks go up to here? Then you come to this side. Now you got bricks all the way to the top. And look, they're not even there correctly. Somebody just slapped them there just to cover whatever was back there. Sidewall here, it looks like it continues going, but it's been blocked. Somebody put a wall back there, and you can tell that that right there is being added in. We can see here signs of what it could be a secret passage back there. Bricks don't match the other bricks. The sidewall looks like it continues to go further back. So maybe somebody decided to seal the entrance for the tunnel system. Wine cellar, perfect location to hide the fact that a tunnel system was even there.
I don't like the Hotel Eden. I mean, there's no sense in putting somebody like Hitler in this hotel.
Bob Baer and John Sensich look over the findings from La Falda, Argentina, where declassified FBI files appear to place Hitler in contact with two of his closest associates, Ida and Walter Eichhorn, at a luxury hotel.
You got staff. It's a public place. You've got presumably guests. Was it closed down?
What?
Hello.
Watch what? No, I look sick. That's what I look like. I don't. Nobody looks good sick, except for the ladies. All the ladies in the chat, you always look, and on the panel, you always look great when you're sick and everything. So, but men don't look good sick. Most of the time, we're kind of whiny. Have you ever actually seen women talk about like when their husbands are sick and stuff like that? Like it's kind of true.
Yeah, you get the man flu. Just whine like a little baby because your nose is running.
Yep, that's true.
While he was there, and that doesn't make sense. Would you? No, it doesn't fit.
He's an easy target. What I see as problematic is that if he is exposed to these other people, that's going to cause chatter. And that information is going to get back to the United States, Germany, Nazi hunters. So that's the biggest threat. Yeah. But there is one lead that we're still pursuing, that there's a possible underground tunnel that goes from the Hotel Eden to another location. I'm arranging to get the ground penetrating radar, the GPR, out. Perhaps we can find what this is. Is this an underground tunnel where someone could have gone into the hotel, they could have gone underground, moved to a more secure location and stayed there for any number of days?
Yeah. Everything I've seen, the Nazis like to bury.
Also, seriously, shout out to the History Channel. I had to appeal one of my things, and they actually backed off. They're like, okay, you know, we went with your reasoning that, you know, fair use and all that. And I was like, what? Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Game of Thrones is doesn't do that. You know, so shout out to the History Channel for being reasonable.
And let's see what they buried here.
Get the lawnmower.
GPR.
Using state-of-the-art ground-penetrating radar, Tim scans for any signs of a secret passage that could have extended outwards from the hotel's wine cellar.
If we find evidence that there were tunnels here, that really bolsters the idea that Hitler could operate out of this hotel.
The GPR system creates an image of what lies up to 30 feet below the surface by sending a pulse of energy into the ground and recording the travel time of the reflected signals.
Weird.
Obvious disturbance. This anomaly goes to 8.39 feet underneath ground, so it's deep.
The GPR doesn't tell us what's underneath the ground. It just tells us that there's something different. When everything is the same and something is different, something happened there.
As Tim continues to scan the 5 acres surrounding the hotel,
The icons and Hitler seem to be very close. In the letters he wrote to them, he calls them my dear friends.
Gerard and JP dig deeper into the Eichhorn-Hitler connection with Ario, a local expert on the hotel's history.
Did Hitler ever come here to the Hotel Eden?
Que nosotros sepamos, no. Acá el hotel físicamente en el hotel, no.
He says, as far as we know, no. Physically to the hotel, no. So again, that's again, it's kind of like circumstantial, if you would call it evidence. It's like we don't know, could have, but most likely not. And it kind of leads to kind of a whole host of, but also the hotel served as kind of a front to send all this money back to Germany, to the Third Reich.
Yep.
So said like what, 300 million? What was it?
Yeah, they said something like 300 million a year
Yeah.
or something like that.
That's a lot of money back in the 30s and 40s. That's like, that'd be almost $1 billion. That's a lot of money to build tanks and stuff.
Here in the hotel physically, no, but yes, in the areas around it.
And do you know when and where did he stay?
One of the times is when allegedly he was dead.
Esa fue la casa de Ida y Walter.
So that's the family house, the Eichhorn family house.
Esa es la casa de la familia de los Hayek.
Exacto.
Just 500 feet from the hotel sits what was once the Eichhorn's personal residence.
Are there any witnesses still alive who remember seeing Hitler at the time?
Catalina Gamero is the one that, the only witness really, that says that she used to go and leave the food right by the door. And she asked the driver, hey, who's the person in the room? He told her that it was Hitler, but she needs to stay quiet.
Incredible, incredible. Is Catalina still alive?
She's in bad health, but she is alive.
The main eyewitness to Adolf Hitler's presence here is a lady called Catalina Gamero, who is not very well, and we're not going to put...
Like how in this show, they just walk into properties that have dogs and don't act like they don't care. Somebody's dealt with a lot of dogs. You just don't walk into somebody's property who has a dog, especially a large one. It's just a bad idea. It's like...
And you know, you delivering mail, right? You would know a lot about dogs.
Yeah, I've done a lot of delivery over
Ooh,
the
I have
years.
a question for you because you know, sorry, but like in Europe, like in America, right, in the States, you have your stupid ass post boxes and you just put the mail there. But do you actually have the ones in the door where you shove the mail through the door?
Door slot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And has it ever happened to you before where you've done that and a dog would grab it, the letter, and start pulling?
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I need to see that one day.
No, it's a legit thing. So when you do what's called just delivering to a mailbox, which is kind of unattractive on a street, they're not pretty. All right. If you do it right, you know, but anyway, it's called curbside delivery. But no, the ones where you have to physically walk up, usually to older residents, ones that have been built in the 20s, the 30s, it's called park and loop, because you have to physically walk per address. And it was back when letters were just a standard size, and that's the largest it got. Now with, you know, magazines and stuff like that, and newspaper style, large stuff, that it's so inefficient. Yeah, like you'll have to like roll this like news, because people get the Epic Times and all that kind of stuff. You have to roll it up and try to shove it in there, and it's like, yeah.
That's funny.
I no longer work for the post office, but it was one hell of an experience. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, no, I'll be honest. It's not a joke when I say that dogs, they'll see the mail truck and they'll chase a mail truck. It's no joke.
Basically, dogs used to hate you. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Cheers to that, dogs. Sorry. Joke.
Well, this yep, but become a cheat. So yeah. No, I had one dog that actually he was fine. I was standing in the street. And I was like, "Hey, I got some stuff for you." I'm like, am I good to, approach you?" The owner was out, and as soon as I stepped on the property, that dog went ape shit and just launched and bit. And luckily, my cell phone was in my right pocket where he bit. He got more foam than anything, and I only had bruises. But that probably would have been, yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, tales of a mailman. That could probably be like crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking.
because she's an old lady. But I really want to meet the person who saw Hitler.
I do
in
like
La
dogs.
Falda. Hi there.
Just
I'm here
I don't
to,
trust them until I get to know them.
Permiso, señora.
Signor Gamero, mucho gusto. Soy Gerardo. In Argentina, people will not talk about this story even 70 years on because they're still scared. So to actually get an eyewitness is quite something.
Can you remember how long Hitler stayed in La Falda?
¿Usted se acuerda más o menos cuánto tiempo estuvo Hitler?
Como 9 días.
9, 10 días? Between 9 and 10 days.
Okay. When did Hitler come to La Falda?
He'd been here after the Second World War, and he stayed at the Acorns family.
At the family house. When Hitler stayed at the house in La Falda, what do you remember?
She knows that he was there because she used to take the breakfast.
Do we know what happened to Hitler after he left the Acorn house?
After he left Acorn's house here in La Falda, he spent a couple of weeks in a castillo.
In a little castle?
The Mandel Castle?
Was Signor Mandel a friend of Walter and Ida?
Sí, él siempre estuvo.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
Well, what she told us is that Hitler came to stay here at La Falda, not at Hotel Eden, but in the Icon's private property, which is right next to the hotel. It's confirmation from a real human being that Adolf Hitler didn't die in the bunker in 1945.
Also, it would be an excellent cover. Say hypothetically, kind of like maybe a high profile person, not him. He's in disguise. They go to the hotel, right? Because it's an easier distraction. Maybe slip him in a side door into a tunnel to the actual residence. Because and then of course, while there's going to be maybe some possible media frenzy at the front, he slips in the side door and nobody notices, and then he gets to the actual residence of the home. So
Yeah.
it'd be a great distraction. Never,
Okay, but
never.
who else was staying with them at the Acorn house? Was it just him,
You believe? I would
or was it
assume.
the actual family who lived there and ran the
Yeah,
hotel?
yeah. So he was actually friends with that family, like legit friends.
So why is
So
she bringing him food and leaving it at the front door? With the family
well,
doesn't
well,
eat?
Well,
well, no,
I would
maybe.
probably guess the family was at the hotel, taking care of the guests there and everything.
So that's not
Maybe.
suspicious. Like bringing somebody food to the front door.
Well,
Like,
no,
oh,
bringing
oh
it to
well,
his
I
room
wonder
door.
who's staying there and can't go out, so needs food brought to him.
Did she say front door or his room door? I
Well,
don't know.
even his room door, like going in and out, if the family's eating at the hotel and spends most of their time at the hotel, it's kind of suspicious that somebody's going in there every day and bringing someone food who never actually comes out. I'd be like, this is weird.
I have to be honest. I can't imagine a family with sending 300 million what Deutschmarks at the time, or it was, or something like that, or uh
I think they said the equivalent of 300
$300 million.
million. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't imagine they were probably running the hotel. I would imagine that they might stop in for high profile guests, but I can't imagine they were
I
running it.
thought that they were the ones who were running the Eden Hotel.
They owned it, but they don't. I don't think they ran it.
I don't know. But if they did things there like they do in Germany, like they have, if this woman was probably pretty damn young when she was working there and being sent to deliver food, she was probably like an apprentice. You just don't question anything. You just do whatever you're told.
No, I'm saying if I was the neighbors, I would question it. Not if I was the actual lady.
Well, it kind of looks like, backing up real quick, It looks like
It's on a main street, the house.
it is off of Main Street, and no, you're not wrong. And this is actually something great to analyze because this is obviously important. There's a lot of foliage around the hotel. This is a main street right here. That's probably going to be a distance of probably, I'd say, in the neighborhood of 350
But
feet between the
but
road
it
and the house.
almost looks like the street comes from the other side. Like it might be a dead end or something.
And plus, if they had
This
a
actually
tunnel,
kind
why
of,
couldn't sorry, if they had a tunnel, why couldn't they just bring him food through the tunnel?
You wouldn't want everyone to know about the tunnel.
mhm. I would assume that this could actually, and this is actually a good point from both of you. This looks like a yard. This looks like this could be actually have been an access road that went this direction to to the hotel, which would be feasible because I mean, again, if you own the hotel, you're going to have to visit it. You may not necessarily use the tunnel all the time or at all, unless
Hmm.
it's. But this does look like yard. That's probably a modern day pool, which wouldn't have been there then. And then an access road that kind
I'm
of
just
goes through the trees.
I'm sorry, I'm just like imagining Mustache Man waking up during the night wanting some snacks or something, midnight snacks, going through the tunnel to the hotel kitchen. Like I don't know. It just seems very strange to me. If
I
I
would.
was Mustache Man, I would put on a disguise and actually rent a room in the hotel, no bullshit, and just stay in the room.
I mean, that's a decent point. I don't disagree with that actually. Uh,
Yeah.
I would just argue that if you own a hotel of this size and you have a house that literally is about 1/8 of the size of this hotel, which is huge,
Hmm.
you have staff, you have a kitchen in this house, you have a slave quarters to put it on the nose. It's not gentle. Uh, so all right, let's go back to the lady. I think we were back here. Don't cough. Get me sick.
He spent a couple of weeks in a castillo.
In a little castle?
The Mandel Castle?
Was Signor Mandel a friend of Walter and Ida?
Sí, siempre estuvo.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
Well, what she told us is that Hitler came.
Why are you laughing?
Pineapple.
Don't get the pineapple. I just don't.
Not supposed to. It's code. Only the Europeans understand it.
Oh, wow. That doesn't sound discriminatory at all. I'm just kidding. I keyed.
To stay here at the Falda, not at Hotel Eden, but in the Icon's private property, which is right next to the hotel. It's confirmation from a real human being that Adolf Hitler didn't die in the bunker in 1945. The interesting thing to me, and it always has been, is that the witnesses I've interviewed have never wanted any money. They simply want to get it off their chest. And they're all dying. They're all in their 90s. And that's something that we have to take into account. Why would a woman of this age, a normal mum who's got grandkids and everything else, why would she tell lies?
It's a good point. It's a very good point. People on their deathbed don't usually lie.
Yeah, not usually.
Well, that's usually when they say,
also,
"Hey."
Old people have bad memories, and sometimes they remember things. And not only old people, but your memories get kind of like skewed, and you'll remember things that didn't happen. So, but I just want to point out, like, what's really important is what's mentioned, that a lot of these people who were alive back then went through the wars. Not just the veterans, the witnesses. They're all dying. And so it's important to keep that memory alive, to keep talking about them as well, because with the new generations, they don't give a fuck about history. Well, the majority. So
No, they don't.
Sadly.
Well, it bums me out, especially when you hear people call soldiers and stuff like that baby killers and all this.
yeah.
It's really ugly.
But that's why we're talking about it. We're keeping
Mhm.
that alive, continuing the conversation.
Yeah, and I truly believe that was the greatest generation that fought World War II. was the greatest generation. They legitimately fought against evil.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Across town, JP attempts to get access to the residence once owned by the Eichhorns.
Esta es propiedad privada. Con permiso, señor. ¿Podría hablar con usted un momento? Váyanse, si no llamo a la policía.
But is turned away by the current owner.
Nazis, that subject is off limits.
Back at the hotel.
Well, and Clifton can allude to this too. That it's a massively sensitive topic still around the world to this day.
Yeah.
Massively sensitive in Germany. Like you don't talk about it. Like,
Do you know what? It's completely the opposite in Russia. The more you talk about it, the better. Because that is exactly why they don't want people to forget about it. So they encourage, starting with, like, I think, like, I started learning about the Holocaust and the war when I was like 5 or 6. Like, they really encourage you from a young age to understand what happened, to learn the lesson, for you to never repeat the same mistakes.
yes.
That's why you go to all of the museums, just like in Israel. Same thing. They really do encourage people to remember that part of history because it's so important.
Mhm.
And yeah, like, again, like having German friends and Clifton saying the same thing, I think it is a little bit different because Germany was the aggressor in the situation.
Yeah.
So
Now, I mean, from a very early age, you do learn about World War II, but it's like every year you repeat the same stuff about how horrible Germany was, the concentration camps, and that we still need to make up for everything that happened at that time. That's basically, that's nonstop everything we learn. Now, I haven't been
And
to
that's not
school for
fair.
quite some
Quite
time, but
frankly, it wasn't fair what happened to the German citizens after World War One. That treaty was horrendous. It made
yep.
Germany pay for so many things that it blamed Germany for everything, and that wasn't right either.
yeah,
So the Treaty of Versailles, it was not right what happened, and it made a group of people very vulnerable to, again, what was being said. It's like
Yep.
a group of people looking for an escape because, quite frankly, half of them were starving. The other half could barely afford food. So no, it was so easy for them to
Yeah,
listen to
here,
this man speak and say, "No, it's not our fault." And he
yeah,
was a little right. It wasn't 100%. It wasn't all Germany's fault. It
nope.
wasn't all
yeah,
Germany's fault. No, the United States used to tell history incredibly. I mean, it's one reason that history is one of my favorite subjects. Where I grew up, the teachers taught real history. Now,
Yeah,
in this country, they want to tear it down and forget it. Be like going, "Oh, the Confederate flag is hateful. It's this, it's that." It's like, in a sense, yes, but it doesn't mean that everybody who stood underneath that banner was hateful. It means that they had pride in their state. They had pride in their community.
yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that. And then of course, so to tear down and say that this is a racist symbol is nonsensical. It's just nonsensical.
yeah.
And
It's
yeah.
sad. It's. I mean, everywhere here, in Germany, in the States, there's just you don't learn history as you should
Mhm.
anymore. You get what one particular side wants you to understand in history, and even that, they're teaching nonsense. That 16 whatever
1619
agenda,
projects.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nonsensical. There's no country on this planet that is squeaky clean.
No.
So they can't expect any modern one to be. Anna, you're going to say something, I think.
no, I'm just reading chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just that's the whole point of this. The whole point of this channel is to talk about real history, even if it's uncomfortable. And he says, I think the students are also to blame. Ryan, the information is out there. Kids don't is for a generation that buries their face in their phone and they could easily Google something. Yeah, you're kind of correct.
Hmm.
So,
I think it also boils down to your upbringing. So if your parents
100%.
encouraged and like instilled a lust for knowledge and education and actually learning new things, it doesn't matter what kind of like classroom you're in, what your peers are doing, whether they're sitting there drinking bottles of beer and skateboarding, you're still gonna, at the end of the day, you're gonna want to fulfill that striving for that knowledge. I mean, and if your parents did encourage it, or the environment you grew up in, then it's just going to happen naturally. But unfortunately, a lot of parents don't these days.
Yeah,
So,
A lot of
exactly.
parents don't parent.
Yeah.
mhm.
Like, I mean, yeah, exactly to that point. If I think about the last couple of teachers I had in history, when they were telling me that East Germany was so much better than West Germany, and that they wish that they could go back, and that Marx was a great philosopher and a great man to follow. It's like,
I mean, he was a very great philosopher. Doesn't mean that every philosophy is a great one.
Oh, I mean, it's an excellent idea on paper.
Hmm.
On paper. I mean, there's a
yeah,
lot of great ideas on paper. And
Yeah.
then you put them into real world, and you get the genocide of hundreds
but
of millions of people.
but real Marxism has never been done before.
I know.
Ryan, didn't you know that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Okay.
Hmm?
so
Even when people try, like, one country, which I'm not going to name, which is the biggest country in the world, did try to do it, the most hardcore Marxists at the very top are like, this isn't going to work, we're still going to change some things up, and then in the end it became more of a socialist democracy
Mhm.
than anything to do with utopia and this. Yeah, no.
well, and I will name this country I'm going to talk about. It is a communist country, but it has it is a communo-capitalist nation because, quite frankly, communism just doesn't work on face value.
Are you talk
Chi-
I'm Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
China has moved to a certain capitalist mentality in a sense.
Oh
It's meshed the two, and
yeah.
it works for them, but I don't. It doesn't
And
work
it
for
worked
their.
for it worked for the Soviet Union until Reagan and Gorbachev, fucking traitor, sorry, yeah, sold the country out.
So it's one of those things that look, I'm not going to sit here and say that the United States is perfect. It is probably the best
Clifton.
tested. It's the best tested experiment in history, but we're also less than 300 years old. A lot of
Yeah, well,
countries out there a
don't worry.
lot older.
Don't worry. If the way it's going in the States is going to continue going down that path, you're going to be communist soon enough.
None of I have anything to say about it. All about
I'm
this
ready
right
for
here.
the meteor.
Uh, that being said, shout out to a great show. If you're not watching Shogun, the hell are you doing? I started watching it last night. I, I was feeling sick, and I was like, I should go to bed. And then all of a sudden, it was 1:30, and I'm like, I have to go to bed.
Is this the Koof brain talking? Because I don't really get the connection.
It's a historically based show.
Oh, okay.
Based on 16th, well, yeah, it'd be no 15th century feudal Japan.
Okay.
I would just go much rather play Ghost of Tsushima if I want that, time period.
Oh, it's coming! It's coming to the Steam. We got this summer. I want to play that too. Wolverines. All right, back to the show. Sorry, long enough tangent.
Now, Tim completes his scan of the 5-acre lot in search of any underground construction, which could have allowed secret access to and from the hotel's wine cellar.
You're just marking anomalies, not really seeing what's going on until you take a step back. and look at kind of the picture that you've painted, just stroke after stroke, and you see stuff like this. This is very dense, and this isn't a perfect line.
I like the pink flags.
I do too. They're very pretty.
Yeah.
Took a lot of breaks, so I'm gonna refresh real quick just to try to see if I can get it to.
It's like lagging a little bit, like it's choppy sometimes. And I had the same problem when we were reviewing The Gentleman. I don't know whether it's StreamYard or like I've noticed on a lot of people's stuff. It's getting a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's a mixture. So, yeah, no, I think most of us got that. That's why I said Wolverines. But yeah, no, it's kind of a StreamYard latency. So like if you're actually playing it like this,
No, it's fine.
if you're playing it like this and then you kind of transition over, if it's actively playing, it will lag the whole stream for like a half a second.
Okay.
But I don't know why this website is lagging. All of a sudden, it was doing so good.
I don't know why you can't just do it from Prime. It works. It's on Prime.
Yeah, it does work on Prime. If you're not using a capture card. No, seriously.
I know it does. That's what I just did. Oh dear.
Don't laugh at me.
I might not have coof brain, but I have woke up super early brain. So my brain.
She's like, I have a reasonable brain.
Clifton, how is your brain?
My brain just shot completely. No, it's okay. I'm actually awake right now, so that's good.
That's good. And you were awake early as well.
Yeah, I was
and your
awake.
phone just vibrated.
Yes, and I don't know why, because I set it to stop vibrating when I have it on silent.
It's actually my phone. It's the FNR chat, which Clifton and I are both in. I'd add Anna, but she lives in a different hemisphere.
No, there's too many chats. I can't.
No, I agree. I have to mute the Ballbusters chat.
And sorry, guys, if I'm in your chat and you're listening and I never reply, it is because I've muted it.
Yeah, shout out to Ballbusters. Love you guys so much, but you guys go boot, boot, boot. My phone would be dead by the end of the day. Speaking of pink flags.
You're just marking anomalies, not really seeing what's going on until you take a step back and look at kind of the picture that you've painted, just stroke after stroke, and you see stuff like this. This is very dense, and this isn't a perfect line. Really suspicious. It's like a runway straight up towards the Eichhorn's house. That's not random. That's not an accident. I have to know exactly what it is down there.
Me too.
These anomalies appear to run in a straight line from the Eichhorn residence all the way 500 feet to the Hotel Eden.
Bob and John discuss Tim's radar results that suggest there could be a secret passageway connecting the hotel to the personal residence of known Nazi associates, the Eichhorns.
This could not Nazi associates. I don't like that terminology. You're either a Nazi or you're not. Like there's no middle ground. If you're a part of the Nazis, you're a part of the Nazis.
Yeah, but if you look at Schindler, I mean, he was part of the actual Nazi party, but he wasn't really a Nazi. He was an associate of so he used to like wine and dine with them, and he had to be an associate in order for his business to work. He couldn't just, alienate them.
No, you couldn't alienate them, but as somebody who is a prominent individual, a prominent person, let's say, furthering the war effort, you had to be a party member. Now, I'm not saying you believed in everything they said, but you were a party member. It was kind of like you're either in or you're out, but you don't necessarily have to say, "Hey, I hate all them people over there because there is it the juice?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The juice. So,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
it's one of those things that was actually discussed on Joe Rogan about George Soros and Klaus Schwab. Yeah, their father, one's father, one's uncle. They were adjacent, as an article tried to put it, and it's like, no, there's no adjacent, dude.
Yeah, he ratted his own people out. Come on.
Exactly. Yeah, Mr. Soros, what were you doing?
Be a way to hide somebody who may have come into the hotel and then taken to the residence.
What other explanations could there be for a tunnel? You and I don't build tunnels outside of our houses, under the ground, across to the neighbor's place. It's suspicious.
I'm a bit of a weirdo. I
The
might.
Eden Hotel
Yeah.
is making a lot more sense. Hitler is trying to reattach himself to German colonies in Argentina. He's got to get out and meet people.
So this gives him the ability to go back and forth, not to be seen.
Well, who was he meeting? I mean, it must have been somebody fairly important.
Well, we do have the eyewitness, Catalina.
Did Hitler stay elsewhere in Cordoba?
He spent a couple of weeks in a castillo, the Mandel Castle.
She tells us that Hitler had met with another known Nazi associate by the name of Fritz Mandel.
Fritz Mandel, who was he? He's in some files, right?
He certainly is.
So
here we have
with this
1944.
eyewitness,
Yes.
I don't know if I just missed it or because the last thing I heard is that she didn't know who was in the house. She asked the driver who would take her there to deliver
Yes.
the food, and the driver said, "Yes, it's Hitler."
She was like, again, yes. She's like, who's this prominent person? Again, because staff members, stuff like that, people who are somewhat in servitude. So probably the driver was in the same situation. Somebody from the community. Like, who is this person? And he's like, as he understood it, I would say that he's probably like, it's Adolf Hitler. You just don't say anything, or there's going to be a problem.
Mm. Yeah, but so to me, it doesn't sound like she actually saw Hitler.
No, I don't think she actually saw him. No, this
I think
is
he's
this is
only
hearsay.
in the monastery, right? The only person that said that they actually saw him on the premises was the guy who was translating, talking about somebody told him from back in the day, like one of the monks or something saw him or something like that. But there's not actually somebody alive today who can say from the episodes that we've seen so far.
Now the latter comment makes sense, depending on how cute the neighbor is.
And speaking of Christ, happy Palm Sunday. Today is the day when Jesus made his way into Jerusalem.
Yep.
On a donkey. True. And did you know why on a donkey? And not on a horse? Donkey, horse?
No, I don't actually.
Remember the story vaguely, but
because usually back in the day when kings or people in positions of power used to ride into somewhere on a horse, the horse symbolized war. A donkey, on the other hand, symbolized peace.
So kind of a king would ride into a conquered city on a horse.
Not necessarily a conquered, any city.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Also, kings rode on horses, and that's not what.
Can you imagine Daemon Targaryen riding into King's Landing on a donkey?
No, he's not very Christ-like. I love Daemon, but no.
Sorry. Yeah.
Anna, are you saying that you love Daemon Targaryen?
No, I love Matt Smith.
Daemon Targaryen. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the fact that that this is the last episode of Game of Thrones on Monday, that we're doing House of the Dragon. I love me some House of the Dragon.
FBI.
It's in a fire-breathing donkey. That's funny.
That's pretty good.
That's funny.
Document. Then it talks about Fritz Mandl being a former Austrian munitions king who recently converted his bicycle factories into an Argentine plant for manufacturing of munitions.
He's an arms dealer.
Absolutely. There's another file. In 1944, Mandl and his business combine were blacklisted by the United States as being associated with Axis economic interests.
This paints a picture of a man who's trying to set up an army in Argentina, a Nazi army. These are real documents, real evidence. And here we have Hitler meeting with him.
It's quite interesting because, the whole notion of Hitler escaping is one thing, but what was he going to do after he escaped? If he's going to lay low and just hide out for the rest of his life? But when you look at these documents, it looks like there is a plot that's much more nefarious.
Well, absolutely. He was planning something.
Jesus, it's just me. The chat's so in trouble.
What? I'm here.
Wanted to reestablish himself. I think it's quite clear.
I know you
Hitler
guys are here. I
was
was
not gonna
just
give up.
goofing
He
around.
didn't commit suicide.
Always making fun of
He
me.
didn't disappear over the horizon and die quietly. I just don't think that man would die quietly. As
Annie, your
fantastical
microphone's
as it
still
is,
on. Stop laughing.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was gonna make like an AI fire breathing donkey, but then
Do
sorry,
it. No, do it. No, seriously, do
no,
it.
I should do the show. Back to the
No,
show.
seriously, you should do it. It'll be hilarious. I mean, again, fire breathing donkey.
I mean, do the babies from Donkey and the Dragon and Shrek, do they breathe fire?
They do. They do. And they have little
Oh,
wings.
of course.
That's it. I love me some Shrek. Shrek 2 is still the best.
Oh, Andy, I'm not that good. I'd have to ask Kenzo UK to do that. Damon Targaryen riding a fire-breathing donkey.
Yeah, that's something that we'd have to
Yeah.
ask Kenzo because, again, he made this background. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
One thing that does annoy me about the background is that there's two of me, and it's kind of weird. Like
There's-
I'm below Clifton, but I'm also below Clifton. In the background.
Oh. I mean, do you want to switch? Does that make it better?
Yeah, I love it. Thanks.
Okay.
I love it. Great.
Whatever works for the show. I don't care.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
as I think he would.
Seriously, fire the breathing donkey.
But based on the background, you're below me again. Just pointing that out.
That's fine.
I don't know what's going on.
Tried to
I got goof brain.
rebuild his political base.
Yeah, that is a thing.
And where else in the world was there a political base except in Argentina?
There is evidence, historically, of preparation for a Fourth Reich. And I can say that as a criminal investigator, I'm not going into the realm of conjecture. But here we have a declassified document that goes back to 7th of November, 1944. The source of this information is believed to be a French spy who had infiltrated a meeting. It states here, from now on, German industry must realize that the war cannot be won. German industrialists must, through their exports, prepare themselves to finance the Nazi Party, which would be forced to go underground. These bureaus will receive plans and drawings of new weapons, which must not be allowed to fall into the hands of the enemy.
It completely fits in with what was happening in Argentina. The factories, Nazis, and making advanced weapons.
We're talking about a maniacal man who's driven by power. There's some credibility to these documents. He may very well be pursuing this Fourth Reich.
The Eichhorns, lots of money.
Yeah, the French spy thing. I think I don't really trust the CIA, but they debunked it. They said it was shit. Didn't believe it. They didn't.
The French or the CIA?
The CIA.
Okay. All right. Well, when it comes to the CIA, they hate their own people, but they're pretty good at getting dirt on others. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
So those darn feds. To think that I actually, when I was a kid, when I was 16, I actually wanted to be
Everybody, spoiler.
Spoiler?
Right.
When
Ryan's gonna announce to the world that he used to work for the CIA.
No, when I was 16, I wanted to work for the FBI. So like
Oh
the
yeah,
higher,
everybody did after the X-Files. Everybody did.
yes, the fact that you nailed that. That's what it
Yeah.
was. Yeah, that's
Same.
what it was. X-Files was so good.
Fritz Mandel, a munitions king. We find a tunnel and we're a lot closer to the truth.
Let's get heavy machinery out there. Let's find out
Man's
whether or
got
not
bugs.
this is a tunnel, and let's keep digging into Mandel.
Well, let's do it.
Every job has a tool. Sometimes you need a scalpel. Make just precision cuts. Other times you need a gigantic diesel
God
powered
and his
backhoe.
tools.
Who's gonna be going on?
Lord. He's sometimes when he talks, he's like a little kid. And he reminds me of like a character from South Park or something. He's just
No, he's just excited. But it's
I
actually
know.
cool. But it's actually cool that they're getting to dig up something now.
Yeah. I mean, Skinwalker Ranch does it better, but yeah.
Although in season 1 they didn't dig up anything.
Oh, there's keep watching.
I'm on season 2.
Good.
Skinwalker and fighting, huh? I mean, I got to be honest. I kind of identify with Tim a little bit as a military guy. It's like he's just chilling right on the side of this freaking backhoe.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love it.
he does kind of remind me of you. True.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not the first time I've heard that. I had my boss talking about being sick, and I was like, yeah. I'm like, she's like, you have the weekend to get better because you better be here on Monday. And I'm like, I don't care what I have. I'm going to be here on Monday. I'm not going to go get tested. And she's like, yeah, your other self is like that. She's like, and of course, she was referring to her husband who was in the military. She's like, you two are like peas in a pod. And I'm like, it's kind of the thing. But we military guys are very stubborn. We have to, apologize for it sometimes.
Off this way, kind of left through that gate.
Tim prepares to investigate the area where the ground-penetrating radar revealed a possible underground passage connecting Hotel Eden to the Icorn's personal home. The team has secured unprecedented permission to dig on this historic site.
A lot of area to cover. Good. Had to bring in the big guns. There it is.
I'm sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, did he said a lot of oh no, he said a lot of area to cover. I thought he said a lot of area and cover.
Oh, I thought you were laughing at have to bring in the big guns.
No, I was like a lot of area and cover, like what? And then I was like, okay, misheard.
I mean, if it hit Nazis, it's a lot of area and cover.
Yeah. Oh no.
Damn it, Anna. Stop upstaging me on the racism. I have a reputation. Oh my god, that did anybody see that transphobe list that came out?
No.
List
No.
of Twitter accounts that are supposedly transphobic.
Oh yes. Yes. I saw it, but I didn't actually look into
Do you
it.
have it?
I have the email of it, yeah.
Send it to me.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
interested.
Yeah, I looked up probably this group and a couple others. Yeah, we're not on it. I'm like, I'm
Damn it.
Yeah.
not
We
working
have
hard
to-
enough.
Yeah, we have to.
After this show, I'm going to start posting really transphobic comments on Twitter.
All you have to say is men can't be women,
Yeah.
which is true. And again, I'm somebody who's very live and let live, but don't try to tell me that well, I'm a
Do you
trans
think
woman, so
Hitler
I'm a real
was-
woman. It's like,
Do you think Hitler was bi? I could imagine him swinging.
he was crazy enough. He was crazy enough, yeah.
I mean,
Because
but-
syphilis was eating his brain.
Oh shit! I said Hitler.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, we're
I
on a
literally
History
I
Channel.
literally had a thumbnail of the Hindu symbol of hope with
Mhm.
the original swastika, and then
Mhm.
the Nazi one, and it was fine. Yeah, no, it was all my.
Okay.
I think for historical context, they're actually okay with it. It's when you start
Yeah.
being controversial, which on this show we're not really. We're goofy, but not controversial.
11 miles away, Gerard and JP investigate the residence of reported Nazi munitions dealer Fritz Mandl.
His father was the
Very
biggest
nice house.
munitions manufacturer in Austria. It has to be a scary thought that the leader of the Third Reich wants to contact one of the major munitions and arms manufacturers in the world. Well, it's quite a property.
Well, black market guns will get you whatever you want.
The team meet with Francisco Capdevila,
Francisco, un placer. JP.
a local historian who specializes in the life of Fritz Mandl.
What can Francisco tell us about how Mandel made his money while he was in Argentina?
¿Qué usted nos puede decir de monetario para Mandel cuando vivía aquí en Argentina?
Fábrica de municiones.
He used to own an ammunition factory.
A munitions factory?
Yeah.
So he was making arms while he was here?
Yes.
What sort of people would he bring here as his guests?
Es decir, prácticamente no han quedado documentación.
One thing that Mandel did is he kept everything a secret. There's no books that says names and last names of visitors or anything like that. Never allowed that. ¿Y rumores?
Rumores siempre.
But there's rumors that a lot of the Nazi power players were actually here at some point.
Fritz Mandel had a munitions factory here in Cordoba. I can't look into Hitler's head and think maybe he wants to start a Fourth Reich. But it's a scary concept. There are reasons the guys are going to want to meet.
The depths are perfect for where you'd want to tunnel, 6 feet under the surface.
Tim, Gerard and JP prepare to dig where their high-tech GPR system may have uncovered a secret tunnel.
We're in the back quarter of the Gardens of the Eden Hotel. The flags seem to point in a line directly towards properties owned by the Icon family. And as we know, the Icons were not run-of-the-mill Nazis. These were important people.
An FBI report suggests the Icons, the wealthy owners of the Eden Hotel, may have aided Hitler if he really did come to this part of Argentina. And the team believe that if a tunnel exists under the hotel, it could have facilitated secret meetings between Hitler and Fritz Mandl, a munitions king with Nazi ties operating in the area.
This is the epicenter for Nazism in the entire region. If Hitler had dreams or aspirations of rising back to power, this is the place to do it. Yeah, buddy. If we find evidence that there were tunnels here, that might put a little bit of truth to that. This is the spot. And we know it's 6 feet down. So we dig down 3 feet.
See if we find anything.
Yep, take some shovels, start snooping. Don't find anything. Go down another foot and continue.
As soon as that bucket started making that hole, I am pumped up. We're the first ones to break ground on this historic site. There's
Men in
people
their
that-
holes in this show. Swear to God.
I'm glad you added in this show, but of course, as you said that, we gained 2 viewers. So
No, but come on, like, oh.
They're just excited.
Yeah, I concede this. So are both of you.
yeah, 'cause we're
Great.
men and we like
Yeah, they're
digging
using
holes.
a backhoe. It's like, yeah.
What is in your forefront, Clifton? It looks like you have some sort of thing in the forefront of your screen.
This here?
No. Ryan, can you see it? It's like a transparent thing over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm
You're-
transparent because my shirt is
Oh,
kind of
you're
green.
transparent. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
my shirt is kind of.
Sorry. I was like,
Yeah,
really?
no, on Restream, my background with the black shirt, it actually like I was like skitzing out on this side. Sorry, it was like and it just like
Yeah,
vibrated. It was
on Nerdy Neo stream yesterday, you like you were from Death Stranding. Like,
yeah.
with that like, black shit on it, yeah.
Yeah, the background interacts. I mean, usually Anna has a background, but again, she came
Hmm.
straight from something she was doing. And so it's funny when your background was skitzing out because you like lean back and your face would disappear. You're
Oh yeah.
just hands.
No, that was I was undercover, so
Is that what it
I'm
was?
I'm
Admiral Kitty.
yes, I am on shore leave right now. So
Darn cat.
sorry, I'm not on shore leave. I'm kind of like I have to go to official events. So I'm not really on shore leave. I'm just, meeting the great leaders of the day.
She
Forming
she
a
out
flag.
she outranks me, so I wasn't invited.
Yeah,
Of course. So
exactly. Back to the are they going to destroy the pink flags?
yes,
Been talking about these tunnels for decades. If there are tunnels out here,
they need a bigger
we are
bucket.
gonna find them.
Bigger is always better. Oh yeah.
Go deep, baby, go deep.
That's about 3 feet right there.
Yeah.
We're digging, we're digging. There's a lot of anxiety about finding anything at all.
I mean, we're down 5 foot in the center now.
Yeah.
Also, seriously, no joke. This is not a joke. This is actually how modern archaeology techniques. You're able to dig with a backhoe. You plot a point. Let's say, hey, this is under the surface. You go above that point. You dig. If you find something, you stop because you don't want to disturb. If you found something, shovel buckets, you sift them, you try to find more stuff. If you don't, you start digging with a backhoe again, and then so it, what is it's a nice hoe. Yes, R2 it is.
Hi
It's,
R2.
it's
It's great to see
Hey.
you.
that sounded so sarcastic.
Did it? No, hi R2. It's great to see you, dude. And everybody else. Love it. Love it. Ever after. Hi, I missed you. It's great to
Well,
see
you
you
miss
too.
you miss Love It?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Love it's not. She's under the weather too.
Oh, feel better.
I was talking about Clifton. No, I don't think. Yeah, no, that's not where
Oh.
I went with that one. I was
Have long hair.
Clifton, give us your weirdest hello there in an effeminate,
Weirdest.
yeah, effeminate voice.
Hello.
I'm kidding.
Feminine voice.
Just messing with you, dude. Sorry.
Trevor just fell in.
Yeah. Páralo ahí un momento. Can you pass me the shovel?
Tim?
Yeah.
That's not rock.
No?
This is plaster.
Let me see it.
Really? Let me see. Oh, no, that's not rock.
No, it's surfaced.
Holy. Looking at the stone, we see it's perfectly smooth, faced plastic.
Oh no, the hoe took y'all down.
Wait.
Hi,
What?
Wade. Wade, I shall do what I said I will do. Wade actually called me as I was in the car, making my warp speed way back home to be able to be on the show. So I shall call you after.
Were you driving safe?
I wasn't driving.
Oh,
Yeah.
somebody else was driving warp speed.
Yeah.
Apparently,
don't drive.
that's very true. Apparently, I think maybe checking the stream.
No, it looks fine.
Both of them?
I
At
don't know.
least
I'm not
on
on that one.
I'm on Legion Teaches History. It looks fine.
Yeah, so am I. And that's the one that seems to be okay. I was wondering if he was on talk.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it is on talk.
Probably.
Stream was
Yeah.
unavailable on talk.
Oh, what did we
Yeah.
I wonder.
It's
Am I a mod over there? I don't know. I'm not a mod, but it lets me post the link, so
Yeah, just post a link to Legion Teaches.
yeah. Clifton, you're not a mod, really?
no. I'm gray.
Okay, I can change that.
Yeah. Even sometimes when you are a mod, like it doesn't allow you to post links
It's true.
and comments.
There's moderator, standard
Right.
moderator, save. There you go, Clifton.
All right. But definitely follow the link.
Follow the link, people.
Yeah, it's oh, it's back. It's back. Sorry, guys.
right.
Look, Legion Talk gets hit more than the other one because I do most of my review stuff there. Game of Thrones, this show, yeah. So it's on me. I wasn't careful enough. I will be more careful. So,
But
We
follow
do
the link that I
like-
posted
Yes.
because I mean the idea is that at some point it's no longer on Legion Talk, it's only on the Teacher's
yes,
History.
yes. The end of this season, the show will only be on Legion Teaches History. So seriously, follow that link, and I can post it too. Because yeah, we're going to be moving on to it being exclusively on the History Channel. I'm sounding really gruff, so I'm just going to play the episode.
Blaster. We're 6 feet underground, and we found the first real evidence.
Thank you, Wade.
That there's something
Appreciate
here.
you, buddy.
It's crazy. Oh, you can see it right there.
The size of that bit. This is man-made.
We're on a cold case that nobody's had an opportunity to explore. And here we are, breaking ground and finding significant forensic evidence that there are hidden tunnels under Hotel Eden.
The team dig deeper, searching for more physical evidence of a tunnel construction.
So we're now down about 8 feet, aren't we?
Bucket goes down again. Keeps hitting something big right there. And then we start finding these gigantic rocks.
When this was happening,
Now that
when this scene was happening and they were hyping it up and it was like, oh no, they're going to find a metal beam, aren't they?
Nope. They found legit stuff. Real quick, I didn't copy the link, but R2 said, none of you farted before you realize you're back on. Well, from what I understand, that ladies don't do that. It's just guys. So so
83, right?
well,
Was it
no,
86?
it's 87. That is the new update. It's 87.
Oh. Yeah. So
think
usually how I keep track of how many clones Adam has on Star Trek Engage, I'm going to start doing that with your channels.
Yeah, Anna was the last one. She was like, yeah, follow Ryan on one of his 87 channels.
Yes.
Because I think I started the 83 joke. I was like, yeah, I have like 83 channels or some crap like that, which is true. So anyway, let's play the episode again, and I'm going to share the link.
That's cut and shaped.
that is caught in shape. Yep.
The other one.
Another
yeah,
one.
they're not naturally occurring.
No.
These are stonemason's work.
Oh wow.
That stupid thing.
That's pretty funny. Love it. That's really funny.
It is really funny. So here's the link to Legion Teaches History. Because again, yes, after season 1 is done, no more Legion talk. Only Legion teaches history. I mean, you don't have to buy anything. You just have to subscribe. It's not a big deal.
What?
What happened?
What do you mean? Who's gonna have to buy something?
No, I said it's not like you have. It's not like buying a new streaming service. All you have to do is say, "Hey, I subscribe."
Oh, I thought you were gonna go like members only or some shit. Never mind.
No, I only have one channel that's monetized. Shut up, dude. Just shut up.
R2.
He's not wrong. There was one that I tried different foods. There was no Ryan reads or Ryan takes it back. Ryan knows the yard. Ryan Manscapes is the worst. Nobody wants that. Oh shit.
Finding tons of man-made chiseled shaped rock. And rectangular, and they're all stacked right on top of each other like a wall or a side of the cave.
The findings suggest the tunnel
Dude, I
was
hate you.
constructed from the larger rectangular stones and sealed with interior plaster. The structure most likely collapsed, causing the stones to disperse and the plaster to deteriorate over time.
Tim,
Yeah.
they're all coming out in a line with those flags.
Yeah, exactly.
With the what?
Those flags that you got going down.
You too, man. Seriously, you too.
On earlier.
Look up, right there. Look at those flags.
You're right.
Holy.
Oh, he said.
Knowing that the Icorn's house is straight up the hill in line with where we're digging, you know, it's like, come on. This is unreal.
Well, this is
I wonder
great.
if it
The
collapsed
forensic
or if it was forced to collapse.
If you force something to collapse, you'd have to like have some sort of like explosion or something. Wouldn't you?
To do it safely, yeah.
Yeah, and that would attract attention.
Yeah, so probably just over the years, just crumbled.
I think they sealed it off on both ends, probably, and then they let nature take its course. Because if you don't maintain something,
But
look,
wouldn't it like dip down in that area? The ground?
yeah, actually it would.
Yeah, but then it's also a historic, like it's a site where people take care of the surroundings. So I guess
They just
whoever's
filled it up.
they just kept like landscapers kept filling it.
It's actually an excellent point, yeah.
examination of this suspected tunnel has shown that that's what it was, a tunnel.
What else could it be? You've got plaster, you've got chiseled rock.
Bob and John review the team's evidence from Hotel Eden, where the declassified documents imply Hitler could have met high-level Nazi associates months after he was presumed dead.
This substantiates the whole idea that Hitler would be here meeting in the Eden Hotel and staying at the Eichhorn house. You've got a Nazi arms manufacturer, you've got a secret tunnel all in the same area, and we have FBI reports putting Hitler at the Eden Hotel. You know, we put all these pieces together, and, you know, good explanation is the Hotel Eden is where he started to consider starting the Fourth Reich. He brings these people together at La Falda, gives...
Just for the record, shout out to the one person watching on my Twitch. But no, seriously, no, shout out to all platforms, especially those on X. You guys leading the charge, man. X has proven to be a very reliable and good streaming platform. I like it. It's cool to see.
Yeah, for sure.
Gives him orders, reassures people he's still ahead of this. And while they're putting their plans together, he disappears in the jungle. If you want to hide out while things are coming together, go to Misiones.
We have dozens upon dozens of sightings of Hitler throughout 1945. But then everything goes cold. He seems to drop off the face of the earth.
Is not a coincidence.
Working with the theory that Hitler could have laid out his vision for his future plans at the Hotel Eden and then retreated to the jungle compound in Misiones for an extended period, Bob and John scour the declassified files for any signs of when and where he might have re-emerged from seclusion.
Oh, here's one dated July 9th, 1947, referring to Casino, a town in Brazil that's about 500 miles from Misiones. The source of this information.
Yes.
Darn it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
The town of Casino.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know about that?
No.
Is a French secret agent. He goes on to relate the following. There was to be held at the Grand...
Whoa. Haven't seen you in a while, dude. What's up, Beak? Dude,
Hi, Beak.
Thanks for being here, man. He's a big proponent of our Monday Night Game of Thrones. It's awesome to see him, man. Thanks for being here. Oh,
Hey, guten Abend.
Clifton.
No, you got to say it in Russian now as well.
I was gonna say I'd be really impressed if you get it right in Russian, because I've tried Russian and talking to Anna. She just says a lot.
Ahoy will do. Ahoy.
I mean, he does acknowledge the fact that you are the admiral, so.
Oh shit! Oh, Christ.
What happened?
No, go ahead. I just forgot to do something.
Alrighty then.
Grand Hotel of Casino, a ballet, and was to be given at 3 performances in successive evenings, and then to go on and describe how he recognized a certain individual. One man was definitely Hitler. 1947 comes along, and all of a sudden, back on the radar. The sighting of Hitler occurred during the first alleged performance.
He's back. Question is, what's he up to?
One thing of unusual interest, he reported that he had seen a large radio station near the hotel, and that the station was peculiar in that the antenna, which was quite lengthy, was parallel to the ground instead of perpendicular. For my area of expertise, if it is parallel to the ground rather than vertical, there's actually better gain. That indicates you certainly could communicate to many places all over the world.
What it does is put Hitler back on the scene in 47, and you have what appears to be a military-like transmitter. If Hitler were going to re-enter the world scene, he would need communications. You cannot start the Fourth Reich without communication. We've got some meat here.
Keeps doing it.
I'm having weird computer. I don't know if it's the connection. Whoa, what is up there, Dempsey? I'm running around getting ready, but had to drop a like for you all. Thanks for being here, dude. Just I'll be lurking.
Hey, Dempsey.
R2 said, already I gotta get back to cleaning my pew safe. I like the safe to be clean for my next boating accident at sea. As somebody who has seen the newest addition to his boating accident, it looks awesome. But no, yeah, seriously, dude, thanks for being here, man. And
thank you for stopping by, RT, and thank you for making us laugh.
Yeah, he's a gem. He's a good friend. So, all right, get
here. On the face of it, Hitler at the ballet makes no sense at all. But the source provided details which our team can check out.
Was this hotel in existence? Did these ballet performances take place?
If we can confirm it, it will give a substance to this report.
Let's get the team into Brazil.
Brazil it is.
This one is one of my favorites.
It's the longest speech in the world, right?
Yeah, 150 miles.
Tim Kennedy and Gerard Williams arrive in the isolated beach town of Casino, Brazil, in search of evidence that could verify the FBI files. They're joined by a local Brazilian, Jose Casimiro, who will be their translator.
We're looking for a hotel called Hotel Casino.
There's no hotel with this name here in this city, but there is another hotel, the name is Atlântico. the oldest but biggest hotel that we have.
Maybe this name's been changed at some stage. The FBI files in this case are very specific. We're looking
Dude, stop being a jerk.
Yeah.
for a hotel that's big enough to have its own ballroom.
Hey, listen to you, Anna. Oh, no.
Stage that's big enough to produce even a small ballet. There can't be that many of them here.
Right,
Let's do it,
Dempsey? Oh my god, that happens all the time. I tell people, like, stop doing it. When you write my name, A-N-A, and you put an exclamation mark at the end, it does sound like anal, and I don't like it. No, I don't care. Do it. It's funny.
Don't know what to do with that.
Nothing. Keep doing it. It's hilarious. I don't mind.
It's Haunting Hitler.
Hello.
Hello. Oi, Alessandra, tudo bem? Eu sou
This is the Hotel
The team meets
Atlantico.
up with Alessandra Farinia, the Atlantic Coast curator, an expert on the history
God
of
damn it,
Casino's
Wade.
largest hotel.
I'm confused about the hotel name. It's Hotel Atlantico now, right?
Here in Casino is the hotel. I want to go to the hotel because it's the bigger and the oldest
hotel in-
Yes, yes, yes.
1947. If somebody said Hotel Casino.
What's that?
Kind of looks like shit. I don't like the look of it.
It's
Well,
old.
not in modern era. I mean, trust me, I could take you to the hotel where the Shining was filmed, and
Yeah, but that's a beautiful building.
it still looks dated. It's gorgeous, and Estes Park is beautiful, but it still looks dated. So,
I
one
think
time
the
I
hotels back in the day were actually like the older architecture was more beautiful than the Hilton shit they put up today.
Oh, I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love classical hotels and stuff like that.
But
I've stayed-
compare this hotel that was built probably by Argentina and the hotel we saw earlier that belonged to the Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't like the design. Sucks.
Casino.
It's all good in the Wait, that's a lot of comments to scroll through.
There is no way they could be talking about any other hotel.
Yes, Casino Hotel, for sure.
Okay.
And the guests were very rich. No, just from cities around.
Okay.
The commuter planes came from everywhere.
Would these be mainly Portuguese people?
German families were here after Second War.
In 1947, there was a major population of post-World War II German refugees here. What sort of refugees, we don't know. But if they fled Germany and they're living in Brazil, these are guys who don't want to be found in Germany under the Allies. Did this hotel have a ballroom?
Yes, in my research, I discovered some old pictures that show this saloon.
Salon. Yeah.
Yes, probably where we have the swimming pool.
Well, just behind us.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where some of those pictures are that we could see?
Pictures, yes,
yeah.
of course.
Alessandra leads them to the dining room, where she displays her collection of original hotel photos.
It's very, 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 very nice. It's like chic, posh.
Money in there.
And this one.
What's that?
It's a stage.
That's a stage. This is the salon here?
Yes.
That's easily 200 people.
Yeah.
Been here a few hours, and we have a significant informant that is conclusively cooperating.
This one. Well, yeah, she's an informant.
Yeah, I know, but
Giving information.
no, I know. Is she like? Does she work? I guess she works for on the site. Does she have an actual job?
Yeah, no,
type?
she's
So
actually A
I
hotel
don't know.
employee.
Yeah, like when you say informant, I think of somebody more like
Well, it doesn't need to be back alley. Anna.
yeah, okay, sorry.
No, it's funny.
Okay,
No,
I'm thinking like informant, you bring somebody who's like a drug dealer and you make a deal with the cops and the cops are like, we're gonna, not arrest you but you have to be an informant.
that's part of it. Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah. It's funny that he uses that term again, like military and
Police and
yeah.
the rest of the world.
That there was a hotel here. It was called Hotel Casino, and it had a ballroom. And it is the exclusive and most prestigious hotel, not only in the city, but pretty much in the entire region. It's just getting good.
This place is convenient because it's away from everything.
It's very convenient for the people we think who came here in 1947.
We have a bank, so we have our stuff here.
So this is the
Yes,
center.
the center.
Yeah.
Gerard and Tim, alongside their translator, make their way through the small town of Casino, Brazil, where an FBI report places Hitler attending a ballet at a local hotel, in close proximity of high-tech communications equipment. 2 years after he was believed to be dead.
Let's go right this way.
After confirming that the Hotel Atlantico existed at the time and had a ballroom matching the description in the FBI files,
Just stop.
the team visit the city archives to confirm whether the three-night ballet performance actually took place.
This is gorgeous.
Getting access to archives of an event or something which puts you in that place at that time is incredibly important. We know the ballet happened at a hotel.
I'm so irritated.
Previously,
No, that's not
on
thing.
Hunting.
That is why I implore you for next time, the season finale, to use what I was telling you to use.
Amazon and give
Yes.
people who hate us money.
Well, I mean, I don't care.
About people
You
who
make it available for me, so might as well, it's on there. And it's good quality. But it's up to you.
Attending a ballet at a local hotel, in close proximity of high-tech communications equipment, 2 years after he was believed to be dead.
Let's go right this way.
After confirming that the Hotel Atlantico existed at the time and
yeah.
Clifton, your avatar is so funny. Oh my god.
I'm
had a
searching for
ballroom
this
matching
thing.
the description in the FBI files, the team visit the city archives to confirm whether the three-night ballet performance actually took place.
Oh no, it's doing Ryan's head in.
It's a connectivity issue.
Yeah. What is it, snowing or something where you're at? Or
It's too many cooks in the kitchen. I mean, it could be snowing. I don't know. Do it now.
Do it. Do
No.
it. Fucking do it.
Actually took place.
Oh, fucking Christ.
It happens.
No,
Previously
this is
on
me off.
Hunting.
That's what it does.
Posh. There's money in there. What's that?
That's a stage.
That's a stage. This is the salon here?
Yes.
That's easily 200 people.
Yeah.
Been here a few hours, and we have a significant informant that is conclusively corroborating that there was a hotel here. It was called Hotel Casino, and it had a ballroom. and it is the exclusive and most prestigious hotel, not only in the city, but pretty much in the entire region. This is getting good.
This place is convenient because it's away from everything.
It's very convenient for the people we think who came here in 1947.
We have a bank, so we have our stuff here.
So this is the
Yes,
center.
the center.
Yeah.
Gerard and Tim, alongside their translator, make their way through the small town of Casino, Brazil, where an FBI report places Hitler attending a ballet at a local hotel, in close proximity of high-tech communications equipment, 2 years after he was believed to be dead.
Let's go by this way.
After confirming that the Hotel Atlantico existed at the time and had a ballroom matching the description in the FBI files, the team visit the city archives to confirm whether the three-night ballet performance actually took place.
This is gorgeous.
Getting access to archives of an event or something which puts you in that place at that time is incredibly important. We know the ballet happened at a hotel, which had a ballroom. An event like that doesn't go unnoticed. So an event like that is likely to be reported in the social pages of a newspaper.
How many big social events like that were there in Casino, right? Not very many. It doesn't seem like they'd have huge ballets.
If there is information which tells us accurately that this performance happened here, then the reliability of that FBI report goes up, in my mind, astronomically.
So, January 1947. What are we looking for date-wise?
Hoover gets this report on his desk in June 1947. So I think it probably refers to sometime between February and March. So February, March 1947.
Hotel Atlântico Casino.
They're holding dances, and you can get in there for 5 Cruzeiro.
This is a daily advertisement. The Hotel Atlantico.
Most important places to go socially around here.
They're almost on every single page.
Thumbing through one newspaper, and page after page after page, we're seeing it talk about events, but not anything specific. All we see is advertisements.
Stick with this one. We'll go grab the other one.
Sure.
You just keep thumbing through.
I got a different newspaper from 1947.
So I have the Gazette. This one has a bunch of advertisements in it as well.
Okay.
I'm at 1 February. Socials.
I have nothing.
I have something right here.
What?
I have a beautiful girl.
Just when it's getting exciting. Come on. Really?
Dance.
Yeah, it's definitely it.
Mother flippin' flops.
It's a StreamYard thing.
It's a ballet
That's
dancer.
what it is. I'm so tired of
I have some
StreamYards.
This one has a bunch of advertisements in it as well.
Okay.
I'm at 1 February. Socials.
I have nothing.
I have something right here.
What?
I have a beautiful girl dancing.
Yeah, it's definitely it. Yeah, it's a ballet dancer.
Can't miss her.
Yeah.
What does this say?
Tomorrow, Hotel Atlantic and Casino, stars of the world in ballet.
This is real.
Right on the front page, we see a picture of this ballerina.
There's an advertisement for it.
Stars of the world ballet in the Hotel Atlantico Casino. Dates 6 and 7 February.
It's exact date range that the FBI files said that there'd be a ballet.
That's incredible.
Turning a page and seeing in black and white the exact words that are in an FBI file takes your breath away for a second.
Does it say how many nights?
2 nights.
Really doesn't like Ryan
Okay.
today.
The problem is it talks about 2 nights.
No, Ryan doesn't
open
like
to the
Ryan
public, you
today.
can buy tickets. The
A lot of
FBI guy
coughing, a lot of...
talks about 3 nights. Doesn't make any mention of it being ticketed. The FBI report is pretty serious about there being 3 performances, and it's
Knock it off. No. Oh,
the first night of those 3 performances that the file says Hitler and Ava are in the audience. So, it doesn't quite fit.
At a lot of ballets.
So they're saying even
you have
Ava
the
escaped,
pri-
huh?
Ava Braun, yeah.
events.
High ticket.
Yes, those are very prestigious. I'm going into a closed door performance. There's going to be nobody there besides the select invitees. So we know that this is happening
6th and 7th of February.
6th and 7th. So what happened on the 5th?
Yeah.
See if there's a review or a summary.
There's a review.
What is this?
It's a review.
It's French poetry.
Dude, stop. Hold on.
He says the enchanting ballet of...
Total. What the fuck? I wasn't looking at the screen. Sorry, I have no idea what just happened with that.
I just figured you heard the sound.
Is there an ogre in the house? Like, oh my god.
Such pure beauty, a light array of elegance.
They've uncovered a review of a ballet in the form of a poem written by Pierre de Mont, a well-known French dance critic.
How do we know that he was there, and how do we know that he wrote this poem because he saw the ballet?
He names the ballet dancer here, the prima ballerina, Leskova.
So 6th and 7th was the ballet?
Yeah, but he wrote this poem on the 5th of February, after a performance he had seen on the 5th, not a performance on the 6th or the 7th. And that's the performance the informer saw Hitler at.
We've found archive proof that a ballet took place here in February 1947.
This is for invite only. These are for people who need to be there. I can't step inside the mind of Adolf Hitler that day when he was sitting at a table watching a ballet surrounded by important, wealthy people. If I just ruled the whole of Europe and just lost militarily, I doubt whether he's thinking, gosh, that's a lovely prima ballerina. He's thinking, who amongst these people can I be talking to? Who amongst...
Almost there.
No, again, like looking at quickly, what I had a thought, and then you said almost there, and then my thought disappeared into the ether. Never mind.
Well, another man ruins another woman's experience. Sorry, that's a bad joke. My apologies.
That's fine.
People may be able to help us get back.
Just amazing. I'm actually quite blown away.
Doesn't feel like a coincidence to me.
He was here.
That's kind of the end of it.
Yes.
Next week on Hunting Hitler. No, we're not gonna preview next week.
No, it's the season finale. We're all excited. So we're gonna have a party, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's gonna be super awesome. We're gonna
Clifton's gonna get nuts. He might show some nuts or whatever.
No, but yeah, that was great. I thought it was interesting, but I do like Tim. I think he's funny. He brings, if you didn't have him, it would just be a little bit too serious. With the other guys, like the British journalist guy is so rude sometimes. I want to slap him.
Yeah.
I think exactly that's what we're going to do.
Oh, we're gonna do slapping competitions.
The last episode, that's how he reacted to the.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh well, can we get onto the premises? And the guy's like, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think you should. Well, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Oh
yeah, it's dick move. It's
yeah.
dick move.
But yes, I mean, now he's sitting there, Mr. Mustache Man, watching ballet. Okay.
Yeah. What are you
And he liked
laughing?
going to the theater, didn't he?
You did.
All right, you're the most wanted man on the planet, most hunted.
Not in 1947. You're not. No.
Of course you are. Mossad would be all over it.
Well, if there were reports that you're still alive, there's going to be
So one
Intrigue.
of the biggest hotels in the
But
town of Casino, which is very popular. Actually, newspapers are reporting there's going to be a ballet show, and you just show up and you look exactly like yourself because you want to mingle with people who might potentially
Yeah,
make your
but he's kind of an arrogant ass.
No, I mean,
it is a
Listen,
closed door. Is what they say.
Heinrich,
Right?
Adolf Heinrich, the architect of the Holocaust,
Mhm.
he also escaped to Argentina, and he like lived the most low key life ever. He wouldn't go to
Yeah.
ballets or like he was like so for and he wasn't even like top Führer. So I guess I understand where you're coming from, profiling his like psychology. He's might have been
He's an
very
ass.
narcissistic and thought he could get away with everything and had the upper hand and he was smarter than everyone and felt so protected. But I don't know. I just think that's
I
stupid.
mean, they're going off the premise that he wants to rebuild
Yeah.
the Fourth Reich.
Yeah.
So I guess he kind of has to go out there and talk to people.
No, they should come to him.
Yeah, I have to
If
make
I was
some
his advisor, that would be my advice. But obviously, I would never be his advisor because I just shoot him in the face. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes some of this stuff doesn't make any sense to me. Stupid.
It's investigations don't always make sense. My voice seems to be at the end of its ropes. So what we're gonna do is, Clifton, what you got going on?
Right. Today's Sunday. Tomorrow, midnight my time it's like what 4 or is it still 3 p.m. Mountain time? Insert culture. Gonna have a lot of interesting talks.
Should be
Stuff going
4
on.
p.m.
Or 4 p.m. Okay. Yeah, because we haven't changed time yet. The clocks, haven't been changed. So yeah, I get mixed up. Then every Friday, on Friday Night Royal Rumble, I'm a member there. Always cool, always nice topics, and yeah, always here. Hunting Hitler. Next week, having our season finale.
Outstanding.
Hmm.
Talking about
Can't
season
wait.
finale.
Yeah.
Anna gets to take us out.
Yeah, I will definitely take the gents out for a season finale next week on Sunday. And I will make sure that we all get the time zones correct because today was a little bit confusing. But tomorrow with Clifton on Insert Culture at my time 11 p.m. GTM, his time 12. Yeah, so it wouldn't even be Monday for you. What are you messing with me
Yeah,
for?
Tuesday midnight. It's
Anyway, 12 p.m. for him, 11 p.m. for me, GMT with Brendan, the anime guy, Ronan66, and Clifton obviously is hosting the show, talking pop culture. Send me the list, by the way, of stuff that we're going to be discussing. Then this week with Ryan, Roger, and Kenzo, but we are taking a break because I think Ryan's doing some cool interviews with some other creators on the Thursday. So reality based will recommence the week after, I think the first Thursday in April. Also, it is Easter this Sunday, not this Sunday, next Sunday. So I'll still be here to review more Mustache Man. And then there's something else going on, but I don't remember. I'm too tired. So just go to Anna's Gameland. Wait, I always point. It mirrors my camera. What the fuck? There, Anna's Gameland on Twix, Twitter, X, and also YouTube. But you'll find all the links and information on my Twitter. Thank you.
Outstanding. Shout out to the chat and everybody being here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. And we'll definitely see you for more hunting later.